Is your midline off? Time for some PFOing so you know where you're going. Hey everybody, welcome back to today's episode regarding midlines. Is your midline on or off? First, what is a midline? Dental midlines refer to the center two teeth on the top and the bottom. We also have a midline of our face. Ideal cosmetics would be where our face, the middle of our face, lines up with the middle of our top and our bottom teeth. That's what we try to achieve in the orthodontic world. That doesn't always happen. As you may see with your own teeth and with some other famous people out there like Maverick, aka Tom Cruise, it's not necessarily the end of the world from a functional or stability standpoint just because your midlines are off. Cosmetically though, we love the idea of trying to get those lined up. I guess if you're Tom Cruise and can fly fighter jets, then maybe you don't need to have a midline that's like perfect. Why are our midlines off? A few reasons. One, because we have crowded teeth. When you get teeth that are twisted over each other, it can mess with the position of the midline. Sometimes we have jaw discrepancies, meaning that our lower jaw grows to one side, grows asymmetrically. That means one side maybe grows a little bit more or a little bit less than the other. And so your lower midline gets off. So how do you deal with midlines? You can come see me, your local orthodontist. Sometimes all you need to do is just line up the teeth. You can do braces or Invisalign and line up the teeth, and sometimes once they straight up, they unravel and they unravel into the right spot and they line up with our top teeth. And that's like hip hip hooray, the easiest way to do it. But it doesn't always work out. So just because you're getting braces doesn't mean that your midlines are gonna be on. So what do you do then if you line it up and they're still off? Well, the first way we're gonna talk about is making space. Making extra space between your teeth so that you can move the teeth in your bone, all right? So how do you make space? One, expanders, right? Expander, or using the braces and the Invisalign to spread the teeth out further in between each other. Once you have space in between the teeth, if you move this tooth over this way a little bit, and then this one over, oh, it's kind of hard to do that, and then over this way, and then over this way, right? Now the middle is all the way over here. But if our midline starts like this and we're like, oh, let's make some space. So you do that with braces, expanders, you got a little bit of space here. Now you push this one all the way over here, and then you pull this one over here, and then you pull this one, and boom, right in the middle. How about that?
How about that?
There's other ways to create space, like taking out teeth. If you've got really crowded teeth, sometimes it's best, and you'll see in this picture, how you can consider taking out teeth to try and adjust the midline, to pull it over to one side or back to the other. Another way is by doing shaving on the teeth. It's like a small form of taking out teeth. You're not taking out full teeth, you're going and shaving in between the teeth. All these three ways make space in between the teeth so that you can try to move them and center them up. The final way we're gonna talk about is using rubber bands. Sometimes when the midlines are off, like this, right, side to side, you need to use rubber bands on one side and the other, and it kind of pulls recenters the midline. What if you decide, you know what, I don't want to do any of those things. What happens if I leave my midline off? Well, like I said, you probably just need to become a fighter pilot like Tom Cruise, and then everything will be okay. Or you can leave your midlines a little bit off and it probably won't be the end of the world. Well, I had a patient that decided, hey, I don't want to take out all those teeth you're telling me about. I'm really crowded. What happens if I just take out one tooth? And it worked out in this particular situation that everything could line up and the teeth could fit together really well by just taking out one tooth, but the compromise was the midline. And this particular patient decided that it was okay to have the midline a little bit off in order to save some of his teeth. So midlines, kind of fun, challenging to fix. You can do it. Good luck in becoming a fighter pilot. Good luck in your aviation journey and your orthodontic journey. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments about trying to fix your midline or having an off midline or any jokes about, Tom Cruise and being a fighter pilot, leave a comment below. And of course, consider subscribing to the channel so that I can open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth, good midlines, and beautiful bites. That's all I've got. Just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.